Getting start. Yes, let them in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Live. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, I love watching the number ticker just shoot for the moon.
Yes.
That's so fun.
People, can everyone chat, put their name in chat and their location and tell us where you are? Hi, Cindy.
Yes. And if you're getting married, tell us your wedding date.
Yeah, we want to know who you are. Are you getting married? Do you just love wedding dresses? Do you work at a bridal salon? Give us the deets.
Oh, fun. So many people excited.
Yes. SLC, Courtney, Cyrita, Amanda, Syracuse, New York, Loretta, Philly. Hey, Juliet, there's your Philly.
Philly, represent 2023. I love it.
Oh,
Rachel
yeah.
Leonard, hi.
Hi, everyone.
Michigan, yay. Will I ever stop getting so excited for Michigan people?
You should.
I have so much home state pride. It's just.
Rebecca just got engaged a week ago. Congrats.
Oh, yay.
Queens, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Hi, Emily. Emily Rochette is here. Oh, I love, someone's putting their wedding hashtag. I love it.
Oh, fun.
I'm going to go through the transcript later. If you put your wedding hashtag, I'm going to start following it. So
I love it.
Vegas. Oh, vow renewal. You know, that's like an interesting thing I heard someone say recently is, you know how some people are like, oh, because of the health crisis, I'm going to have 2 weddings. But some people, their second one might be like a vow renewal.
Right.
I really like this idea and feel we need to explore.
Oh, that's a great point, Rachel. I'm making a mental note because I think that is a trend we will see.
Absolutely. Like for your 1-year anniversary or something. Wouldn't that be fun?
I love this idea. Canada. Hey, Canada. I also feel hometown pride for Canada because it's like close to Michigan. I feel like I have some like
the lake.
You have a bubble reach.
100%. If you're just joining, we're going to keep doing this for another minute. Just get excited about who we see, and then we'll tell you guys what's happening. But we like to give everyone a chance to join so no one misses the intro.
2021 is the year of the wedding. I think we are calling it that.
It's
absolutely
2021 is going to be so fun.
Oh, Tucson, Arizona. They're in my bubble.
Oh, I love it. I actually have 2. I was just looking at my calendar this morning, and 2 of my cousins were going to be married in October. And I just was doing some planning for October and saw both their wedding dates. And I felt a little like, but like, it's just going to be actually 3 of my cousins, but it's going to be a crazy 2021.
It will be.
Forever 21. Tiffany, I love that.
Forever 21. Oh my God.
Genius.
That's so cute. I love it. Forever
so
21.
cute.
So much love in this chat. I love to see it.
Me too.
Oh, cute. Someone's getting married on their 2nd-year anniversary.
So cute. Sarah Looney is here. Hey, girl.
Hi, Sarah. That's my best friend. She just got engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Right. Should we start? Do you think, Juliet, or do we need another minute?
I mean, we could go through everyone's weddings for the entire event, but I think let's
start. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're so excited to see you, as you can tell. We are kicking off Bridal Fashion Month today with a brand we love and adore, Maggie Sotero Designs, and more specifically with Suzanne Robbins, who you'll get to know in just 1 second. Before we get started, I want to encourage you all to mix up a little Maggie Marg. I have one right here.
Me
Notice
too.
my festive straw. That's also from my 1-year-old son's birthday party. I don't know how you feel about that being in a margarita.
I love it.
Prosecco, not margarita, but close enough.
Mine's a limeade.
I love it.
Great. Whatever, everyone, it's different time of the day for everybody, no matter where you are. So, and if you can't make the drink now, we'll send you the recipe later. No stress. And for those of you who don't know, I want to tell you a little bit about Bridal Fashion Month and Love Stories TV, and then we'll get into our event with Suzanne and with Maggie. So I'm Rachel, and I'm the founder and CEO of Love Stories TV, and we are the leading video platform for wedding planning and inspiration. On lovestoriestv.com, we connect you with all the ideas, products, and pros you're looking for your wedding, and you discover all of these elements by watching real wedding videos. So we have a massive library of real wedding videos from all over the world that have been tagged by the contributing videographers with the dress designer, with the vendors, with the venue, with the style. We have so many videos of every shape, color, size, gender, religion, culture, to get ideas for your vows, for your fashion, for your dances, anything you could ever think of. So if you are planning a wedding, you are in the right place that you got connected to Love Stories TV. Bridal Fashion Month is our new initiative. We're so excited. This is the first year that we're doing this. We are bringing what is typically called Bridal Fashion Week to you. So every year, thousands of editors and bridal salon buyers from all over the world come to New York, and they get to see all of the new collections from designers like Maggie Sotero. But typically, if you're planning your wedding, you don't get access to the fun, right? You just have to wait until editors post about it later. Since the health crisis has caused designers to cancel their in-person events, we thought, let's make limeade out of limes and do it all online so all of you can be there. So we have an incredible lineup of fashion shows, presentations, parties, and events like this happening over the next several weeks. And we are just so excited to be kicking things off our very first event with Maggie Sotero Designs. So welcome. Thank you for being here. We really, really appreciate it. And now I'm going to turn things over to Juliet.
Hi, everyone. So excited to see all these lovely faces through the screen. Even though we can't see you, we know you're there. I'm Juliet. I'm the head of marketing at Love Stories TV. We are here with Suzanne Robbins from Maggie Sotero Designs. And not only do we have this very special event today, bringing you all of the beautiful dresses, giving you front row access virtually, but we also have a really fun influencer event that we have partnered with Maggie Sotero on that's happening next week. So we are inviting some of our favorite influencer friends like Kayla Quinn from The Bachelorette. And we are hanging out at Collective Retreats on Governor's Island, which is a very fun luxury glamping retreat. The influencers will be dressing up in Maggie Sotero wedding gowns and putting it all on social media so you can get even more ideas and inspiration for dresses to wear for your wedding. Plus, since many of the influencers are engaged themselves, you will get a lot of inspiration too for how to kind of throw a micro wedding or a socially distanced wedding as well. Since Collective Retreats does their own weddings at their space, and it's a beautiful glamping resort. And make sure you're following Love Stories TV on Instagram, because we're going to be sharing all the fun. This is happening next Monday and Tuesday. So you'll get a first look at the dresses on the models today, and then you can see them on real influencers who might look like you and share your body type next week. So we're excited about that. But what's even more exciting for y'all is that we are going to be hosting a really fun giveaway with Maggie Sotero where you can win a wedding dress from any of the dresses you see today. So we're going to be sharing more details on that giveaway at the end of this event. There's going to be a specific link where you can enter to win a Maggie Sotero dress. And we're going to be announcing the winner on September 25th. So stay tuned for details on that. But before we get into the beautiful gowns today, I wanted to introduce you a little bit more to Suzanne, who is the mastermind behind all of the fun that we're going to watch today. So Suzanne, I'd love to ask you a few questions so the audience can get to know you. First,
absolutely. Tell
us how you got to Maggie Sotero, how you ended up in the bridal gown world. We'd love to know a little bit more about your career path.
I have been in bridal forever. As a matter of fact, next year I will celebrate 20 years with Maggie Sotero Designs, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. Like it feels like it's been 2 minutes. I don't know how time flies so fast.
Cheers to that, Suzanne.
Thank you. But prior to that, I was working in LA for a jewelry company, a manufacturer, and they had a bridal division. And I was selling bridal jewelry to all the, bridal stores throughout the United States. And they were all saying, oh, we're selling this jewelry with these Maggie Sotero gowns, and you have to see these gowns. They're so amazing. And that is when Maggie was brand new here to the US. And that was my first introduction to the label. And then shortly thereafter, just through, fate and what was meant to be, I now am part of the team, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. I love it.
Oh, that's so fun. What a fun industry to be into. We say that all the time. We are the luckiest to be around love all the time, and you specifically with wedding dresses. So I've worn a couple of Maggie gowns in my life because that's just what we do at Love Stories TV, wedding dresses. But I would love for you to tell me and the audience what sets Maggie Sotero apart from other dress designers. What's your sort of special sauce with the dresses?
Absolutely. We are all about fit. And when we came on the scene, 1997 was the first year Maggie Sotero entered into the US market. And we had these 2-piece wedding dresses with corset back closures. And we still have a few styles with that corset back. But for other gowns that we don't, we're very particular about where we put our seams, how we construct our gowns, how we use boning in a bodice, even lace placement, because we'll place lace at the waist so perfectly that it helps to really curve and shape a bride's figures. No matter what the size, we're very, body type inclusive, inclusive of all brides, whatever their shape, size, or preferences. So those are some of the things that really set us apart at Maggie Sotero Designs. And, we want every bride, no matter what her love story, to find a Maggie Sotero gown for her wedding. We are inspired by our brides themselves and their individual love stories. In fact, today we'll kind of tease out something new for Spring 21. It's called Personalize It for Your Love Story. So for the first time ever, we will have styles where brides will be able to choose from a few different modifications they can make to a gown. They can choose a sparkle tulle layer in place of a chantilly lace layer if they'd like. So we're so excited, and it's so much fun.
So exciting. I know you're all eager to see the gowns, so I'm going to hand it over to Rachel to go through some quick housekeeping things before we get into it. So Rach, take it away.
Okay, so as you've all been participating already in the chat by telling us who you are and where you are, you can see that in this event, we have a chat and we have a Q&A. So as we continue with the show, if you have a little question about what you're seeing on screen, something quick, go ahead and put it in chat. But if you have a longer question that you want us to address during the Q&A portion, you're going to want to put that in the Q&A section of the platform. And you can also upvote other people's questions, because typically we get so many questions that we might not get to all of them. So if you put them in there and other people upvote, we'll get to the most popular questions. And don't worry, because we'll be sending Suzanne all the questions after, so that the team at Maggie Sotero knows what all of you are interested in, and we can make sure to get everyone that info. So use the chat, use the Q&A. There is a little bit of a delay, just so you know, you're seeing things a little bit after we see them and say them. So don't worry about that. And we always ask people to just have a little mercy. We are all at home, like all of you. We don't expect any issues. We've kicked all of our family members off the internet, but please just remember that we're all in this together. And so today we're going to show you the Maggie Sotero, Sottero and Midgley, and Rebecca Ingram collections through video. You'll get a detailed look at each dress with styling and inspiration notes from Suzanne. We'll answer as many of your questions as we can throughout. Like I said, don't forget to put them in Q&A, and then we'll have time at the end for the longer ones. Also, don't forget to visit bridalfashionmonth.com after the event, where the collections will be previewed, and you can find more information on where to buy them and also enter the giveaway. We'll also send an email to everyone who registered with this event, so you can get the information that way as well. And now I'm going to hand it over to Suzanne to tell us more about what we are going to be seeing.
Oh, today, this collection is really nature inspired. We're all craving to be outdoors right now, right, ladies? And I love the ethereal nature. You'll see beautiful botanical laces that cascade throughout skirts and adorn veils. And it's very feminine and very delicate as well. So there's a lot of beautiful things. I'm really excited about this collection. One of the things that we've been seeing as well is, there are brides right now who are planning to have just an outdoor ceremony first, maybe in their backyards, and then next year throw a bigger party. So that brought about a desire among brides for some tea-length dresses. And we call these, kind of the mini monies, right? These ceremonies that are happening right now. So we have a beautiful collection of tea lengths that we're going to start with when we see the collection, and then we'll move along into our other 3 labels.
Fantastic. So without further ado, I think we should roll the video.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Are you ready to see some dresses?
I'm so ready. I can't wait.
All right, so these are our T-length dresses. Again, if you're planning for, an outdoor mini moni, and then you're going to throw a bigger celebration later, these are perfect. And we start with Olivia Lane. And one of my favorite features about Olivia Lane, you'll see in a moment when she turns around to the back, it has these beautiful, delicate little keyhole back closure, we call it, and just this gorgeous lace. The lace is used throughout. So fun. Next is Josie Lane, and this is our Mikado fabrication. So many brides want something very simple, chic, sophisticated. We're seeing that minimalist trend, right, ladies? Yes, and so this features an off the shoulder.
And those pockets.
I know. I love it when we put pockets in dresses. Do you love a pocket?
So good.
All right. This is Darlene Lane, and Darlene Lane is lace and organza. Now, this is a dress I introduced earlier that we started in the industry with corset back closures. So this is a dress that we still offer that corset back closure. You can see it here. And part of the beauty of that is that it works whether you lose a little bit of weight right before your wedding or you gain a little bit of weight right before your wedding, whatever the case may be. Next is Erica, and we threw this in there because it's such a fun high-low, right? So you get to show off a flirty pair of shoes or have a little bit of fun with it. And again, love pockets.
And that
love this gown. This is one of my favorites, the Erica.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I love the bow too.
Color?
This is a champagne color. Yes. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
So beautiful.
And then Reggie, such a playful lace. This really has a great vintage look to it. Isn't that beautiful? I love the plunging V neckline, that plunging V back. Oh, it's just stunning on.
I could see this dress for a mini moni, a wedding, maybe even an engagement party or a pre-wedding event. I mean, it's very versatile, this one.
Even a getaway dress too, right? After the
100%.
ceremony.
Yeah.
And then McCall Lane. Oh, that bateau neckline is so chic and with a fabulous squared back. You'll also notice that sheer inset panel under the arm to really help add to its light and airiness with that Mikado fabrication.
That's really fun and kind of a nice way to show a little bit of revealing skin without being too much.
Exactly. Next is Merrill Lane Lynette, and this is textured Chantilly lace beneath an overlay that has lace motifs scattered throughout, again, to really showcase the botanicals of that beautiful fabrication. Now we're going to move into Maggie Sotero with one of my favorite dresses. This is called Leticia, and this has such a gorgeous sparkle to it. This year, there's a lot of sparkle that you'll see throughout the collection. There's a layer of sequin tulle beneath that lace outer lay, and the bodice is sheer and dreamy, and the back a deep V.
It's
That
so
deep
dramatic.
back.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I just love the romance. So many times we'll design a sister dress that's made for, different preferences. So for example, Leticia Lynette that you're seeing now, we've lined that front bodice because there are some brides that really want a little more foundation, or they don't want it to be quite so sheer. And we've raised the back so you can see the same beautiful style, but we do this oftentimes to really help add support in our more curvy brides, in some of those sizes. And also if a bride just is a little bit fuller bust line, it works great too. Alyssa, again, this is crepe, which is so sophisticated, and red carpet Hollywood glam in the front. And now look at this surprise back.
It's a surprise. You don't expect it.
I know, as she walks down the aisle. Oh, I think my video just went back to a different dress. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, I think we just skipped back a little bit.
All right. Well,
Back a little.
that's okay.
As we're seeing them again, I have something I want to say. First of all, about the T length, I feel like it really lets your shoes shine.
Yeah.
With
Good point, right?
You spend all this energy finding gorgeous shoes. And so I love the idea of your shoes, you know, getting seen. And the thing I want to say about this dress we're seeing now, the Leticia, with that deep V, is it allows you in the back. Sometimes people, I hear from brides a lot, they're like, I want to wear my hair down, but I don't want to, you know, cover my dress. And so I love that back like that because you're like not so covered up and you have more options with your hair. So
Right.
a few things I was thinking the first time. I'm happy to have a second opportunity to share them with all of you.
We always love seeing them more than once anyway, don't we, ladies?
100%.
Suzanne, someone was asking if the Leticia comes in blush.
It does, yes. There is an ivory over blush colorway and an ivory over champagne and an ivory colorway. So we create many different color options. In fact, one of our hallmarks is really how we create these colors. Oftentimes, it's a complicated process of layering. So we may create a color with a layer of blush tulle, a layer of ivory tulle, the lining might be blush. And so it's really intricate and fabulous. And that's what makes our colors stand out and so beautiful in the marketplace. So we're jumping around a little bit, but this is Ellen from our Rebecca Ingram collection. At least that's what I'm seeing on the screen. I hope that's what everyone's seeing.
Yes.
And Rebecca Ingram, this has been our #1 favorite among our retailers. We've been showing this line to retailers for about a month, and they love that dress. Brianne, oh, I love the soft skirts. So often a chiffon is just really Grecian inspired.
I love on all of these gowns, the V under the arms. It adds so much comfort. It adds something a little bit different. I think that it's such a smart styling. Oh, and I love this keyhole in the back.
I know. That's one of my favorite elements. It's that low, sexy keyhole that, again, I love it when you have a little bit of a surprise when you turn around to the back, right?
Yes.
Holly is our next dress, which the colorway on this I have to tell you about. So we do this whisper blush by putting a blush layer on top of ivory. So when she moves, you're just seeing little hints of blush that are so much fun. And on the shoulder line, you've got this twisted tulle shoulder that, again, has a very Grecian effect. Angie. So can I tell you, ladies, Lyris Cross is our Curve brand ambassador, and we sent a few dresses to her in New York before this collection, and she took a videographer and went out and made this fabulous video. And one of the dresses that she's wearing is Angie, and she looks incredible. I mean, she looks so beautiful in all of our dresses.
She's just so gorgeous.
She's also coming to our influencer staycation next week, so you'll get to see her in even more Maggie gowns in a beautiful setting.
Oh,
so
yay! That's exciting. Love that. Carrie Lee, isn't this fun? So we design dresses again. You know, a lot of brides are having a religious ceremony. They need a little more coverage in the neckline, in the shoulders, in the bodice. So Carrie Lee was designed for that purpose. And it has a beautiful tulle skirt. I love the lace on the sleeves too, because we've kept that part a little bit sheer, just for a fun effect. Next is Irene. And even in Rebecca Ingram, especially in Rebecca Ingram, we have such beautiful value. I mean, this dress is available with a matching veil. Can you see all those beautiful botanicals sprinkled throughout that veil?
I love when there's a veil that the designer envisions to go with the dress, because I find that when women are dress shopping, it can be like a little overwhelming, like what veil to choose. And I think when your dress like has a veil, it's such a nice place to start. Oh, I love this.
So pretty.
Right. This is Coral, and this is an off-the-shoulder portrait neckline. And that's something else that's been trending for us that's so beautiful.
Someone was asking if any of the T-lengths came in full length, and this is reminiscent to me of one of my favorite T-lengths with the off the shoulder.
It is, yes, and most of them, as a matter of fact, do, because what we did is we took beautiful styles from previous seasons and we said, oh, this would work beautifully as a T-length gown. So most of the ones we saw in T-length are full-length gown options as well.
Great.
All right, this is Judy. And this is a lace bodice, again, that just magically cascades down over the waistcut seam into the skirt and has a beautiful full skirt that's sparkly. I know sometimes in this video you can't see all the beauty and sparkle, but there is so much sparkle in this collection. It's just gorgeous.
I love the straps on this dress.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you about this fabric, ladies. This is a stretch crepe and it's lined in jersey. So this feels ultra fabulous when you put it on. It's absolutely an incredible fit.
You can just tell it moves so well on the body. Like,
Yeah.
it's floating through it. It's so pretty.
Look how it sculpts her at the back. Like it's just, I mean, can you see a bride looking in the mirror at this? How fabulous she
Also,
looks.
this is a dress where you can definitely get down low and dance.
Absolutely.
Or in wedding dresses.
Absolutely. Ah, Melissa. Okay, you can see the sparkle in this gown.
Yeah,
This is a layer.
Do you see me leaning in to see the sparkle?
I know. It's like, look. It's such a beautiful sparkle. And again, that lace shoulder line. I like that in this dress, we've made it a little bit wider on the shoulder line to help support, brides with a little bit larger bust line. This is Rosemary. I love the lace detail on this skirt. It's so playful. And again, this bodice is a stretch crepe lined in jersey. So it feels like a t-shirt. Like
it looks like
fabulous.
It looks like a body
Sex in the City dress.
Yeah. Oh my God, totally.
All right. So this actually concludes Rebecca Ingram. And we missed somehow Maggie Sotero. I'm wondering if there's a way we can go back to Maggie Sotero and then conclude with Sotero and Midgley. Do you think we can do that? Or should we just move on with Sotero and Midgley and figure it out?
Well, our magical fashion elves in the back are going to see what we can do. But in the worst case, we're going to play the video again during Q&A. So no worries. Everyone's going to see every single dress. And if we can make that happen, Suzanne, we're going to try.
Okay. So, it looks like she's trying to make it happen. I see us moving back. We're getting there. Yes, right here.
Back. I love them.
Perfect. You have magical elves here at Love Story TV. I love it. You guys are so talented. All right, so we talked about her. Let's move on to Joelle. This is one of my favorites. Take a look at that fun little armband. It has a little ruffle frill that gives a really elevated boho flavor.
It's like a festival. She's like a gorgeous festival bride to me, this one.
Yes. If you're watching, this is you.
Yeah.
So that extended train is a detachable extended train. So that unsnaps that whole sculpted, beautiful piece. So that's another thing we're doing. And I'll talk about those a little later on too. Livy is a combination of chiffon and lace. So lace hems the entire gown, including the train, and also creates this beautiful bodice that dips down into the hip. And what that does for the bride is it helps to really elongate her body, make her look tall and statuesque.
So pretty.
That's so pretty at the bottom, that detail.
I know. I love the lace hem.
I also love the pairing with these headbands, side note.
Yeah.
I love that style.
All right, Fiona. Oh, the sparkle on this is absolutely incredible. This has a glitter tulle layer beneath all of that lace. And again, the fit, the sculpting to give an hourglass shape. Now that little sleeve is a detachable off-the-shoulder long sleeve. So we're seeing that being removed right now. And this gives you just 2 wedding day looks in one. So oftentimes a bride will want to walk down the aisle with those sleeves and then, take them off for her reception later. Timbri is a very whimsical skirt with just this organic nature-inspired bodice with metallic thread. And I also love how in the skirt, we've utilized this horsehair, which is kind of that stiffer part of the fabric that weaves in the skirt, and it's sparkle. So it's got sparkle in that fun horsehair. Next is Hallie, and this gown features just a beautiful side cutout. But what we've done here is we've put in a chantilly lace, which helps the bride not feel quite so bare. So she really can feel confident and comfortable while giving her that great curvature at the waist.
It's so flattering, this gown.
Good for the booty.
Absolutely.
And that, I feel like,
next is Josephine. And this is in crepe. Oh, this is a circular cut skirt. Really? So again, so fabulous for a bride looking for clean lines. You see the pockets. I see Rachel giving that smile about the pockets.
It's because I know that's what people care about, our pockets.
Yeah, this veil is also so beautiful. They're like floating petals.
Yeah.
They are. Aren't they gorgeous? Those 3-dimensional petals. And all of our veils have names. So we've designed the veils to coordinate with the dress. So typically they'll be named the name of the dress. I have one exception to that. And so I will tell you what she's called when we get to her. But Josephine,
like you could just live in this dress all day.
I know. Yes. Again, clean lines. So many brides want that really clean look. And Josephine Lynette is only different in that it has a raised neckline by 1 inch and the back is raised by 2 inches. Now, Charmaine is such a delicate botanical floral that has sparkle with sequins and beading that is just shimmering delightful.
This is such a glamorous dress for a queen. I love this guy.
I love it. Now that off the shoulder sleeve is a detachable accessory as well. So the bride can choose to wear it strapless. And look at this veil. This is the Charmaine veil, and it's one of my favorite veils. Next is Pamela Lee. Again, one of our dresses that we've designed with a little more modest coverage for brides having, you know, a church ceremony or religious ceremony where they need that coverage. But I love that poet sleeve. I'm obsessed with those. It's like my sleeves. Yeah. I know, look at you, how trendy you are. I love it.
So fun.
Oh, and that skirt is just a very soft tulle that magically floats to the hemline. Next is Esther. This is another one that is amazing. You know, our retailers have really loved this dress. It has a jersey lining beneath that lace. So again, ultra comfortable. And look at that lace placement that I was speaking to before, how it just curves in at the waist to really help that figure. And the back and the train. And it has a matching veil, which I'm obsessed with too.
A lot of OMG comments on this one. So
yes,
Maggie Sotero.
Yay. I know, look at that back. It's just this gorgeous illusion. Yeah. Okay, Rosette.
I love Rosette. I love Rosette.
So regal, Meghan Markle style.
Oh, just look at how it looks like her arms are tattooed with crystals, doesn't it?
I love it so much. Can you just see this under a tent? Like I'm picturing this under like a clear tent.
Oh my God, the twinkly lights. I can't.
Yes.
Oh, I love that with some twinkling lights. So beautiful. It will just echo what's happening in the dress because it has sparkle all throughout the skirt too. Okay, this is Baylor, and Baylor is on the runway with the Josephine veil. So this is one veil that is named different than the dress we've paired it with, but I love a little drama with color. That's another thing, going back to Maggie Sotero's origins. We've always put out color in some form or another, and I just love it. Now, don't worry, for those of you who want something a little more soft and romantic, we also offer the veil in ivory and in blush. June is our next style. Oh, such a soft chiffon skirt, and that bodice is beautiful in the lace. I love that it just has a little bit of a cap sleeve because it just feels so different and elevated and just very easy and comfortable to wear at the same time.
Sarah, watching my best friend, she was saving a lot of dresses that look like this, so I think you should try this on.
Absolutely. Love this.
I like how we're doing customized callouts for Sarah Looney.
Okay, this is Farah, and can I tell you, this is another dress that we put on Lyris Cross, and she looks amazing in this dress. She is part of the video that she did for us, but also notice that's a detachable extended train. So do you see where that lace kind of extends out right there? That part unsnaps. Now, the beauty of that is the bride can walk down the aisle with this grand, fabulous train and then unsnap that and have a softer bustle so she doesn't have to bustle all of that weight, right?
Wow.
Orlando, this is gorgeous. This is my favorite updated modern fairy tale ball gown. It's just got this beautiful organic floral floating through the bodice and cascading into the skirt. Now, those sleeves are another detachable element. So the bride can opt to wear this either strapless with that little off-the-shoulder sleeve or with the long off-the-shoulder sleeves. And it also comes with a matching veil.
Love that.
Oh, Adele, this is a stretch chiffon. So again, lined in our jersey that makes it feel uber fabulous next to your skin and so comfortable. And I love the flutter sleeve. That's something that we're seeing trending. We've even put buttons all the way to the hem of the train.
The buttons make it so bridal, like despite like that comfortable stretch fabric, but then those buttons, it's
like constant drama while still being simple.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Geneva. This is sparkle on the bodice. Can you see how beautiful that is? So this has stunning botanical inspired motif, and it's created all from sequins. And part of our personalization offering this season is that a bride could opt to buy this with a lined front bodice. So in the back, they're the same, but in the front, you can do it lined too. Our next dress is Lorenza, and this just has such a beautiful floral element to the entire gown. I love the way the bodice fits, and this looks incredible. Again, this is one we sent to Lyris Cross, and she looks amazing in this dress.
I was going to say, I think sometimes women with a larger chest are intimidated by certain bridal styles, and you guys are doing a really good job with these models of showing how you couldn't be afraid to wear a gown like that. She looks amazing in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Our next dress, Antoinella, features an off-the-shoulder portrait neckline, which is another trend we're seeing right now. And again, do you see that lower hip dip? How that line kind of hips in, again, helping to elongate the body.
So sexy, that dress.
I also love the raised back because then you're getting a little more support so you can feel confident and comfortable. And of course, lace at the train, a favorite. All right, Johanna, this dress we just started shipping into stores, and I had one of my fabulous stores in California text me last night. We already sold this to a bride. So this is gorgeous, right, ladies? And this has a detachable sleeve. So the sleeves can either be sewn in by Maggie Sotero, that will be part of a personalization process, or she can have them snappable so that she can wear them for the ceremony and remove them for her reception later.
I love that. 2 options in one.
I know. So great. Tuscany Royale. Oh, so we have a dress already on the collection that is beloved by brides. It's called Tuscany Lynette. And this is a variation of that. It also has the detachable snap-in sleeves, so a bride can wear them to do that second wedding day look, or she can wear it, of course, with the little spaghetti, but this is so sparkly. It's got sequin chantilly lace that it's created with, and right now we're looking at that detachable extended train, which is another option, again, to kind of give this that personal look. So that was Maggie Sotero.
Gorgeous. Congratulations. It's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I think we missed a few Rebecca's, so let's just make sure we get caught up, shall we?
Yes.
This is Flora. We haven't seen her yet, and I love that this is created from an English net. Also, you'll notice on the bodice, it's ruched in this crossover fashion that really helps to bring in waistlines and is a flattering effect on. The lace beneath is a chantilly lace, and it has applique. So the tulle is on top of that lace, which just diffuses it and makes it feel so romantic. Next is Belinda. I have had so many people obsessing over this lace.
Katie Quarterbine, this is another dress I see you.
It's really an elevated boho flavor. I love the trim that we've used. We've done these baseball seaming, we call it. It comes up over the hip area, and it really, again, helps to slenderize the bride. And I love this keyhole back.
I love that back with the high front, because I think for a lot of people, they want one or the other. And this is a really good combination.
All right, this is Ellen, and this is where we entered into the Rebecca Ingram video. So if your elves want to go to Sotero and Midgley, or we can talk about them again, whatever you ladies want to do.
Well, while we're skipping ahead, I just want to say something about spaghetti straps, which is that I think that I always tell my story about going strapless, and I think strapless works for a lot of people, but I love the spaghetti because it's like you still get that strapless feeling, but then you're not thinking about it at all. You know what I mean? And I love that how you guys have so many spaghettis in these lines.
Right, exactly. And it's just enough to kind of help with that, with that feel of
And your strapless gowns are gonna stay put, but I think it's like a mental thing with people. They're thinking about it sometimes. You know,
it is a mental game, isn't it? With that,
100%. Oh, this is my Sex and the City dress.
Oh, yay. And we also designed a veil with that just didn't make it into the video. Okay, let's talk Sotero and Midgley. This is our first Midgley dress. This is Bellamy. And did you see how that overskirt made it look like she was wearing a ball gown? And now she has a completely different look to dazzle her guests with for her wedding. Like everyone will be like, whoa, you have two different dresses.
And we're getting questions about removable skirts. So before you even got to this.
Yes, which is such a fun trend. Presley, this is all about sparkle, and I love how we take these very illusion bodices, but because of the lace placement and the construction of the gowns, they're not too revealing. A bride can feel so confident and comfortable wearing them. And then wait until you get to see the train for this dress. I love the shaping on this train. Stunning. Hamilton is another dress that we love. There are a lot of personalization options for Hamilton. Right now, we're viewing her with a detachable sleeve. So you can see that we're removing that. And it's just got this layer of texture beneath that lace that adds a richness to her. And she also has a detachable extended train. So you can kind of see on the floor where, that lace kind of comes together a little bit. That the part beyond that is a detachable extension.
I love that back. I love these sleeves too.
Okay, you would love this puff sleeve. Rachel, this is the puff sleeve that we offer with Hamilton Lynette. So maybe not for every bride, which is why we also offer that set-in sleeve, right? But that's the beauty. The bride can choose if she wants to do the puff sleeve or the set-in sleeve. She has that option. And you'll also notice with Hamilton Lynette, the raised back. So again, giving a bride a little more bodice support, and it's also lined at the front. So for whatever reason, her preference is for that, we've given her those options. Next is Pierce, and this features pearls cascading throughout the skirt and veil, which is another trend.
Yeah.
Are you seeing this trend, ladies? This pearl trend?
The pearl, yes.
Love that.
It's such like a everything old is new again. You know what I mean? Like pearls. It's very like this Blair Waldorf like headband, like pearls on the sleeves. We're seeing a lot of that.
So cool. All right. Cambridge Dawn has a gorgeous illusion lace sleeve. And my favorite feature of this gown is the back. When you see this back, it is just like, oh, breathtaking. So we've taken this lace and just swooped it down the back of the gown, and it also had an extended train. Thomas is regal. This is an opulent dress for a bride that really wants drama and over-the-top glamour and an opulence that's royal. This is a fabric that is bead embossed. So that floral is created from all of these little caviar beads that create an embossing on the fabric.
Amazing. And how does this skirt bustle at all? Or
So bustles, every dress will bustle, and you'll want to work with your seamstress to do a bustle. And there are different types of bustles. There's a French bustle where you go up and under, or just a traditional bustle. So it's all about personal preference among what brides are seeking when it comes to the bustles. Benson is so boho to me. And do we love this sleeve? I am obsessed with this bell sleeve. It's so emphasized. But of course, the bride can detach that because it's a detachable accessory. And we've done just a plain set-in sleeve as well. So a lot of different options.
We're going to need all of our festival brides to hold festival weddings because the festivals are all being canceled this year. So buy that dress and hold your own Coachella, guys.
Right. All right, Davis. Oh, I love this lace. So we're seeing just a little bit of it making this beautiful hourglass shape at the front. But what we've done is we've placed this lace at the side in such a beautiful shape, and it's lined just with this shapewear. So it's got a really sheer sexiness to it. And look at that train.
Amazing.
Joss is a fit and flare dream gown. This has an incredible fit and structure in the bodice. So this is giving amazing support to the bride. She just feels gorgeous in this. And I love how that little off the shoulder just dusts the shoulder line so romantically. And look at that. I mean, again, these trains are incredible. love how that lace does that scallop at the back too. Parker is next. This is for a fashionista. This is a girl who really wants to be a trendsetter. We've taken this fabulous geometric sparkle and it has floral as well. So it's a great juxtaposition there. I love that little off the shoulder detachable sleeve. And it's just, again, more of a fashion statement piece, which is what our Midgley bride is. Midgley brides want to be unique. They want to be, you know, these fashionistas that are really fabulous and amazing. Jada. All right, so we saw earlier an overskirt, right, that transformed that dress into 2 wedding day looks. Well, we're doing the same here. If you look at this, this looks like an actual ball gown. You can't even tell.
You cannot tell.
The lace placement is so perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible. Wow.
And now,
I didn't even know this dress did that.
I know. Our models hardly even knew. No. So it's just beautiful. Also, those sleeves, those detachable sleeves, snap off. So again, such different wedding day looks for that sophisticated bride that wants to make a statement and then dazzle everyone with her 2 wedding day looks. Kevin Lee. I love this dress because, again, it just has beautiful lace placement and creates a nice hourglass shape. The lace at that neckline just, you know, floats along the skin and more coverage for brides who just want a little more of that coverage in the bodice area. And look at the lace placement at the waist. Do you see that? How that sweeps in, really bringing in her waistline?
It's so modern, I think, too. I think some brides want more coverage, but to your point about the different types of ceremonies they're having, but it's also just like a very modern, like we're seeing a lot of like high, even in t-shirts, like crew neck t-shirts. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just in that trend.
Yeah,
Marla
exactly.
is a favorite. Oh my word. So I have to tell you about the underlay of this. This has a gorgeous lace overlay, but beneath that underlay is actually beaded. So you're seeing just dramatic sparkle. And it has one of our favorite low sexy keyholes at the back. In addition, that underlay layering is cut slimmer to the body. So the lace outer layer just floats and has more movement to it. We've got a little more body hugging shape beneath that really makes it fantastic.
I love that keyhole.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian. Oh, this is so gorgeous on. I love that detachable flutter sleeve. So that little flutter sleeve that's going over the arm is a detachable element. And I also love the train here. I mean, you can tell just from looking at her from the front that this is a dramatic train. And so that second scallop area, that is a detachable train extension. So that can be removed and the bride can bustle up her dress without all that extra weight, but she has the beauty of that drama as she walks down the aisle.
Can't you picture the wedding videos and photos with these detachable trains? I mean, amazing.
So much fun. Dean is lace and crepe, which again does this beautiful thing on the bodice because it has that lower hip dip that's really helping elongate. But this petal lace train is obsession worthy.
It's so beautiful.
The lace is just stunning as it scallops and it just makes a deep V back. And to your point, Rachel, again, the bride doesn't have to worry about interfering if she wants to wear her hair down because it's got that sexy, fabulous back.
Yeah. I think these ponytails are cute. I love when people combine, you know, like a very fancy dress with sort of like an unexpected hairstyle, personally.
I do too. I love that. Oh, Reeve, this is an absolute favorite. Now, this plays on the 3-dimensional trend that we're seeing out there in bridal. This has 3-dimensional petal elements that dance through, but it also has a gorgeous sparkle. And the veil, hello, I am obsessed with this veil. Again, you can see those 3-dimensional elements. And that's also a detachable sleeve. So once again, the bride could opt to always wear it with that sleeve if she just wants the sleeve, or if she wants to wear it like this for her reception later and remove those sleeves, she's got that option. All right, hold on, ladies. This is Andrew. Such an obsession-worthy gown. I love it here. Isn't that stunning? Look at all of that gorgeous fringe, that beaded fringe on the arms. It also has this beaded fringe down into the skirt. It's lined in this shapewear, which again is almost like a Spanx fabric that just curves your body and makes you feel incredible. Can you just see girls dancing on their wedding night and all that fringe moving?
I could see this on someone who has, again, like one of these smaller weddings and then is just going to throw a bash when they can. Yeah. I could see someone, you know, wearing white the first time and wearing this the second time to just party and celebrate. I love both of these colors.
Right. So we wanted to show both colors because, you know, we did it in the fabulous gold, but we also wanted to do it in a bridal hue as well. If the bride, you know, felt like I love it, but if it were in more of an ivory nude, I would do it all the more.
Love it. Congratulations. These are all stunning.
Thank you. Our design team has outdone themselves. Like, we have such a group of creative talent that is incredible, and they source the most beautiful laces, and just their attention to detail in all they do is just awesome.
You can see it. And so, you know, guys, we're going to loop the video again. So just in case if you missed anything, or just so you can watch it, you know, while we continue to answer Q&A, and all the styles are listed on there. And again, you know, we're seeing a few questions. Don't worry, because we are going to send you an email after where you can see a list of all the styles and the photos and get connected to retailers. So we love how attached you already are to your favorite styles, but don't worry, we are going to make it easy for you to buy them.
And make sure you save the names of your favorite styles, because that's how you're going to enter to win our giveaway, which we'll share at the end of this. But you'll put in your first and second favorite dresses from the collection, and you might win a dress. One of these beautiful dresses.
Yay!
Okay, so should we dive into the Q&A, Jewel?
Yeah, let's do it. We got lots of
a quick reminder as we start this, guys. So I've been following along and turning some of your chats into questions, and some of you are putting questions in questions, but you can go into Q&A, you can upvote, you can ask more. So the first question that got the most votes is, what are the main differences between Maggie Sotero, Rebecca Ingram, and Sotero Midgley lines? Is it cost or is it styles? Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a little bit of both cost and style. So Maggie Sotero is our collection that we debuted in the marketplace. And this is our collection where, you know, on average, the price point may range anywhere from, you know, $1,500 to $2,000 at retail. And these dresses, you know, they're designed for the romantic bride. You know, certainly we put trends in this collection, but when we get into Sotero and Midgley, that's for that fashionista, right? The bride who really wants to step out and be unique and have something that's really maybe a little more trendy, etc. And our Sotero and Midgley label is a little more higher end. So those gowns range anywhere from, you know, $1,700, $1,800 up to, we've had a $4,000 dress before. So that's for Sotero and Midgley. And then Rebecca Ingram, we debuted this collection a few years ago because, you know, there is that bride out there that really wants value. And Rebecca Ingram is all about price points and having a bride that's, you know, looking for a youthful dress that's well made. We won't compromise on quality or sacrifice on anything, even when it comes to Rebecca Ingram. We're just able to offer that at a more affordable price point, which is right around $1,000 to $1,100. So, and a few are even less than $1,000. It just depends. Now, I'm speaking USA pricing. So, of course, you know, globally, those prices will be adjusted into local currencies.
Awesome.
Someone is saying, I'm short, so these may fit longer on me. Do you carry petite? I'm short too. And Susan, I'll let you answer this, but tailoring will be your best friend with all of these.
Absolutely. Now, as far as in the bodice, we don't do a true petite where you shorten in the bodice. And so that's where your seamstress comes into play if any of that is required. But we do offer a 3-inch front shorter length. So if it's just in the length and everything else is working for you, we offer that. Your authorized retailer will be able to assist you on that. And, you know, sometimes for an additional charge, we even have, you know, more length options, like a 5-inch front shorter.
And I would also say, guys, something I like to remind people, because going shopping for a wedding gown is so different than any kind of shopping you've ever done before. Your bridal salons and the stylists that work there are so talented. and they are so knowledgeable. And it's not like other kinds of shopping where you go in and you just pick things off the rack. You walk in and you tell them, I saw this style in the show with Suzanne and Love Stories TV. I loved it. Or here are some of the things I like about a couple of styles, and they'll pull gowns for you. Also looking at your shape and like what is going to make you feel great. So it can feel really overwhelming, but it's a totally different type of shopping you've ever done. You have a personal shopper and stylist with you the whole time. So I just like to remind people that.
It's true. I would say trust your stylist, because they do this all the time, and they know what's going to look great on you, and they're there to help you make sure that you look and feel amazing for that special day.
Exactly. So we got a question about overskirts, and we saw several with overskirts, but maybe let's take a step back and tell us, remind us which of the styles have overskirts, how many are there, maybe tell us a little bit more about how they come on and off. There's a lot of interest in this. And if you had any T-length that you could put an overskirt over was another question.
Oh, okay. Right now, we haven't played around with putting overskirts on our T-lengths. I'm kind of intrigued to do that in our design team. But as far as the overskirts that we have in Sotero and Midgley for this season, we did it with 2 of our dresses. We did an overskirt with the Jada, which is just beautiful. It has that gorgeous overskirt. And we also did it with Bellamy. So Bellamy and Jada are the 2 dresses from Sotero and Midgley that have the overskirts. Now these overskirts, there's a few different types of overskirts. Let's talk through that for a minute, because these overskirts are actually lined so you cannot see through them. And so that makes the look like you're wearing a ball gown, right? We've done in seasons past these soft tulle overskirts where you can have a fuller skirt on top of a slim column or sheath dress, but you're seeing through it. So you're kind of seeing both looks in one, if that makes sense. So this season we have 2 overskirts that are lined. And sorry, I didn't answer how you get in and out of them. So they have little snaps at the back. And so you just kind of snap into them like you'd get into a skirt, really.
Yeah, it looks really easy in the video.
Yeah.
Okay, someone was asking if you can explain the personalize it options a little bit more.
Yes. So this is brand new, everyone. And really going to a full service Maggie Sotero authorized retailer is the only place you're going to be able to fully experience this personalize it for your love story, because they actually are going through different trainings with us. So our customer success team is actually holding these training webinars with stylists throughout the world right now, to get them up to speed on how this personalize it for your love story will work. But basically, I like to think of it as a menu of choices for a dress. So if we look at, one particular dress, we'll say, all right, on this dress, it has a layer of glitter tulle. But if you want to, you have 2 choices. You can remove that glitter tulle and you can substitute that for a layer of Chantilly lace. And our retailers will have these beautiful swatches that they'll be able to show you when you're in the store. Or you can remove that glitter tulle altogether and maybe replace it with plain tulle. So not every dress will have the same options. And the reason for this is our design team has really been very prescriptive at looking at all of these styles to see, okay, what's really going to make this dress look amazing? And if it's not going to look amazing with this option, we don't want to offer it, obviously. We want all of these dresses to look incredible. A few of the other personalization options you'll be able to select from have to do with our accessories, our sleeves, for example. You'll be able to say to your store, well, this has a detachable sleeve, but I really don't want to take it off. So I want to buy it with the sleeve sewn in. And the store will be able to order it for you with the stitched in sleeve. So it's really a lot of fun. You get to walk away with a gown that is unique to you, which is so great.
That's super helpful. Thank you, Suzanne. So this question is sort of the opposite of one of the first ones we had. We have someone here who's 6 feet. And so she's saying that often waistbands don't hit at her natural waist. And so I know we've talked a lot about customization and tailoring, but I think people just want to understand a little bit more. So, her question was, does ordering extra length give extra length to the bodice or just the skirt. And you talked a little about bodices, but generally let's talk about girls who are tall. Because I feel like a lot of times we try to help out people who are short because Juliet and I are short. And so we think that way. But what about our tall friends?
Right. And, there is something to be said for that too, right? But so often, so when we lengthen a dress, we just do it to the hemline. So again, you're not lengthening the torso. So you do need to try on different styles because there are styles that will work with your body shape and with your, some girls, even though they're tall, they might be short-waisted, they might be longer-waisted. So it's going to be very style specific as far as what gown you'll gravitate toward. But for most of our styles, you can add length to them. Now, there may be a few exceptions to that, and that may just be because of how the pattern is laid out and there's not enough width to fabric or the seams are placed such that we can't get any more length into a dress. But we do offer a 3-inch front longer and a 5-inch front longer option for brides who are taller.
Great. We had a couple questions about these dresses in plus size. Can you talk a little bit about Maggie and plus size? I know Lyris is one of your plus size ambassadors. So if you can just share a little bit more about that and if people can go to your site or elsewhere, maybe your Instagram to see those.
Absolutely. Our relationship with Lyris Cross has been like a dream. In fact, she produced this beautiful, she's done so many great things for us, but she produced this fabulous first video for us where she said, the first time I tried on a Maggie, it was like a Cinderella and the slipper, it fit. Like she wears our size 18 and she fits it like a glove. Like we don't have to do anything to it. And so what we did in conjunction with Lyris and, some of our retailers that specifically cater to brides above a size 18, we really worked to, make minor modifications to some of our key styles where we've said, okay, if we just raise the back 3 inches, that will give us enough support to really help and bring in the bride's waistline. If we, raise a neckline a little bit, or if we add a lining, and so we call these dresses sister dresses, if you will, and we typically give them a middle name like Tuscany Lynette. However, that one doesn't follow the protocol because it was a long time ago before we did this. So let's take Josephine Lynette, for example. That's one of our new Spring 21 collections. So oftentimes when you see a middle name, you know that it has a sister style. So this dress now we've raised in the front 1 inch and in the back we've raised it 2 inches so that we can really give a little additional support to larger bust lines, to girls who, have curvier shapes that we really want to support in that way. And I love, this was the greatest compliment we received just weeks ago. We had some of our retailers visit us in Salt Lake City to look at the collection in person. And they said, your Lynette dresses are made so perfectly because they flatter those brides who are curvier, but they don't look matronly and they're not too covered, right? Like there's a fine line. You still want to look like everyone else. You want to be sexy. You want to be fabulous. And I think that's really where we've hit the mark with our curvy dresses, is that they look sexy. I mean, you look at all the dresses on Lyris, she's amazingly sexy, right?
And so, Suzanne, what's the best place for people? And obviously, everyone, if you go to Maggie Sotero's website, you can see, you'll be able to see all the gowns and find retailers and the sizes. What's the best place for people to see some of the Lyris content?
Right. And if you go to the website, you can search through the filters to find some of our curved dresses. And all of her imagery is on our website as well. And, with the launch of Spring 21, I haven't talked to our media team about this specifically, but I'm sure we'll be launching out this video with Lyris that she shot in New York just a few months ago that has all of the new Spring 21 styles that we put on her.
So basically, everyone, if you're not already, you should follow Maggie Sotero on Instagram so that when they start to share all the content.
Yeah, sorry. That's where, of course, look on Instagram because we're always posting things about curvy girls on Instagram. That's one of our favorite things.
And like we said, Lyris is coming to our event next week. So make sure you're following Love Stories TV as well. Okay, so many customization questions. I'm going to sort of bunch these into one, okay? So someone asked, can you customize the sleeve length? Someone asked, can I add extra beading? And then we got another question. This keeps coming up about the T lengths coming in floor length. So maybe remind people just one more time, which of the T lengths have sort of these sisters in full length? So people are loving T length.
Yay! That's exciting to know. So it's actually going to be easier for me to tell you which of the sisters do not have a T length. So Erica does not have a floor length, and Reggie does not have a floor length, but McCall Lane does, Darlene Lane does. So all of the others have sisters that are floor length.
Amazing. Okay. And then beading and sleeve length, we're getting questions about.
Okay. Not yet on beading, but watch this space. This may be something. Shh, don't tell anyone, as we have like 800 people on this call. This may be something that we're looking at too for the future. And sleeve length, not yet also. But again, something, you know, as we roll things out, we're in the first stages of this personalize it for your love story. So good things are on the horizon.
And that's why we love these events, because we get to hear from people. To your point, someone asked an overskirt over a T length. Like, this is how we learn, you know, Love Stories TV and our design partners, like what you guys are interested in. So thanks again for coming and telling us.
Yes, thank you, because we'll have to go back and play in our design team with an overskirt over a T length, right?
Okay.
So you should have seen a pop-up on your screens saying enter to win a Maggie Sotero gown. So if you click that, if you're on your phone, don't click it just yet, because then you'll leave this chat. But you can click it if you're on a desktop, and it'll open in a new tab. Fill out that quick form with some details about your favorite dress, your wedding date, etc. And you'll be entered to win a Maggie Sotero wedding dress, one of the ones that you saw today, up to $2,000, which is incredible. And we are so excited and grateful to the Maggie Sotero team for offering this to y'all. I mean, what better way to get inspired than watching all these beautiful new gowns than to enter for the chance to win one? I mean, you can't go wrong.
I know, enter. I'm excited. We want to give something away. We can't wait. And we want pictures of our Maggie, Rebecca, and Midgley brides. That's one thing we love. We love it when we get our real brides pictures that we can put on our Maggie website. We call them our Maggie brides or our Midgley brides or our Rebecca brides. And other brides love looking at real brides. So we really appreciate it when we get those pictures.
And videos too. If you are a longtime Love Stories TV fan, you know this, but if you're new, videographers can upload real wedding videos to Love Stories TV, but actually newlyweds can as well, which not everybody knows. So everyone who is here joining us today, when you go off and buy your Maggie Sotero gown and then you have your beautiful wedding, make sure that you upload your wedding video to lovestoriestv.com and tag Maggie Sotero, exactly like Suzanne said. This is how people get inspired to find their gown and to find all the elements of their wedding, is by watching real weddings, particularly real wedding videos. And that's how you can see a dress move, see what it looks like going down the aisle and while it's dancing. So it's really, really helpful to people.
And all different types of body shapes. Like, the great thing about watching videos and seeing photos of real brides is that you get to see people who look like you, which is the best part. You can get an idea of what that dress will look like as you're moving in the ceremony on the dance floor. And somebody just asked how we enter. So I just dropped in the link to the giveaway again, and I pinned it to the top of this chat. We'll also be sending it an email to everyone who attended today, and we can't wait for you to enter. And we can't wait to announce the winner, which again is going to be on September 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern. I know you will be eager to know who wins. And again, we are going to be at collective retreats next week with influencers who will be wearing more of these beautiful dresses, so you can see them in action as well.
And you're going to want to follow Love Stories TV and Maggie to follow along with that. So, guys, I know there were so many questions. And like I warned you, we weren't going to be able to get to all of them. But the great thing about this event is that now we can see all your questions. And we're going to make sure that Suzanne and her team have them. And so they will think about the best way to answer all those questions. And like we said, make sure you follow them on Instagram, because all the questions you're asking and the comments you're giving can really inform their team about what you want to know about. So, Suzanne, is there anything else you want to share before we close out?
I do, actually. Well, although it just made me think, although it's not part of personalization yet, as far as offering, you know, additional beading and whatnot, we do offer, little bead packets to our retailers and lace motifs and all types of different things that they can purchase separately to help you make the dress of your dreams. So really work with those authorized retailers because their stylists are so informed and knowledgeable at, helping you achieve your wedding dream.
Amazing. So you can go to Maggie Sotero's website and find a retailer near you. And, something that our retail partners have asked us to continue to remind people is even though stores are back open and it's not shut down, they are, many of them operating, with a different kind of schedule and policies now, right? So you always want to book your wedding dress shopping appointment far in advance, but now really, make sure that you call up the retailer, ask them how, when they have openings and learn about how they're doing their appointments, because you really want to make sure that you stay on the right timeline. And as Juliet mentioned, everyone who registered for this event, we will send you an email with all of the reminders of everything we've been talking about, the giveaway and all the styles. So don't stress. And just thank you so much for joining us. I had a blast. Suzanne and the Maggie team, congrats again on the collections. They're so beautiful. We love you so much.
And you and Juliet are such fun hosts. Thank you so much for having Maggie Sotero on today on Love Stories TV. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Here's to that, Suzanne. Thank you. Wonderful co-host with us. Thanks for being here, everybody. And happy Bridal Fashion Month.
Happy Bridal Fashion Month. What a perfect way to kick things off. I had such a blast.
And me too. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for joining.
Bye.